Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about A-level English language. So we are around the time of year of the GCSE results coming out, and some of you may be rethinking what you're going to do at A-level. And I'm going to say to you today, don't forget about English language. English language is a great subject. It prepares you for all sorts of jobs. Many critical thinking skills are involved in English language, and it also helps you to write really well. So English language is a great subject to supplement other subjects, sciences, particularly things like psychology. Let's face it, if you're going even into the medical world, you need to understand about how language works and how to produce effective language. So I usually say that there are kind of three areas to English language. Number one is analysing texts. So you will be exposed to a lot of non-fiction texts to analyse. So these are things like reports, newspaper accounts, diaries, historical documents. And all of these you will be expected to do a really close grammatical analysis of, and then stand back and examine the structure and the tone and the different varieties of expression involved. And in particular, looking at things like persuasive language and rhetorical features that craft a text in order to get over a particular point. So that's number one, linguistic analysis. Number two is what I term loosely sociolinguistics. So a great part of this subject is about looking at different accents and different dialects, language used by different cultural groups, different geographical influences on language, and language to do with things like class and gender and country of origin. So for example, you might look at American English or Indian English. You might look at the way men and women speak differently. You might look at how someone in Scotland speaks differently from someone in London. You will also study the history of language and how language has become increasingly diverse and modernised itself. So that whole package there is all about how language works in the world. The last component of many English language A-level courses is child language acquisition. And this is a section of the exam which deals with how children learn to speak and learn to write and read. And in this section, you really delve into the early days and months of language acquisition, looking at how sounds are first articulated in quite a biological way. So looking at the different organs in the mouth and the throat that will help speech, and also discovering how children listen and create language themselves. So for example, whether they imitate adults and whether they can learn from television, or do they pick up language from books more? So all these variety of discoveries. So there is also a chance to do a research project about the linguistic side of things, looking at either sociolinguistics, analysing texts, or child language acquisition. And this is a really fun part of the A-level qualification. It's getting your chance to go out and do some work in the field, do some recordings, find some texts and analyse them. There is also a creative part where you are asked to produce a text yourself in a certain format. So it might be a newspaper article, it might be a blog entry, it might be a vlog script or a film script or anything like that. And you then have to analyse that yourself. So lots of different types of tasks on this English language syllabus, which is a fantastic opportunity to really hone your linguistic skills. So all sorts of professions and job opportunities can be fed by this English language A-level. And many degree courses that you might choose are really going to benefit from the skills that you will learn. So as I've already said, the sciences, but things like history, psychology, any type of English and linguistics, modern languages, all of these types of course are going to be helped in a big way by your knowledge of English language and your study. So if you are at that stage where you're umming and ahhing about new subjects, have a think about English language.